What is up everyone, it is Sacred Saiyan here, welcoming you to the first episode of the series, What If Goku Joined Raditz? If you end up liking today's video, then please consider subscribing. It is free, and you can always unsubscribe later. There's a link in the description of the video to join my Discord server, and also to become a channel member if you want to support the channel. I have another channel where I post Star Wars What Ifs, and I posted the first video on my gaming channel as well, so if you want to check them out in the description of the video, then you can. And with all of that out of the way, let's get into the first episode of What If Goku Joined Raditz? This video begins at the start of Dragon Ball Z. Goku takes his son Gohan to the Kami House reunion in order to introduce him to his friends, and while he does this, his brother Raditz arrives on the planet, and after killing a human farmer, Raditz would encounter Piccolo Jr. and bring fear to the son of the Demon King as he completely dominates him during their fight. And Raditz would then head to Kami House in order to confront his brother. After Raditz arrives at Kami House, he reveals Goku's Saiyan heritage and the fact that they are brothers, then telling Goku to join him and the other surviving Saiyans. However, Goku refuses, leading to a short scuffle between Goku and Raditz, which ends with Raditz kidnapping Gohan and giving Goku an ultimatum: join him or his son will. Raditz then flies off, and Piccolo arrives shortly after, creating a temporary alliance with Goku as they head off to fight Raditz together. However, even with their combined power, in this version of events, it still isn't enough. Goku and Piccolo are both bloodied and beaten. Piccolo is laying on the ground on the brink of death, and Goku is barely standing. Raditz is holding the unconscious body of Gohan, and he gives Goku one final offer. Either come with him, and he will spare this miserable planet and his son can return home safely, or he will die along with the rest of his planet, and his son will come with him instead. Goku here is forced to make a very tough decision. He looks to Piccolo, seeing he can't fight anymore, and he then looks to his unconscious son. He isn't strong enough to protect him. Goku thinks back to everything he's been through. There was always a way to overcome his enemy. Goku then thinks back to his battle with King Piccolo. He felt a very strange surge of power during his final attack. Maybe he could use that power again. He has to try. Goku tries to remember the feeling that coursed through his body back then, and a drop of sweat rolls down Raditz's face as Goku's eyes turn yellow and his hair spikes up for an instant, and Raditz's Scouter shows a power level of over 9,000, but then it goes back down as fast as it grew. Goku didn't have energy, and Raditz assumes his Scouter just glitched for a moment. Goku, now knowing for definite that he has lost this battle, finally agrees to join his brother Raditz in order to save his planet, his friends, and his son. Raditz smirks, saying he is glad his brother finally came to his senses, before throwing Gohan to the side and asking Goku where his base pod is. Goku then saying he doesn't know, but he does tell Raditz that he was raised in Mount Paozu. Raditz has Goku point in the direction of Mount Paozu, and Raditz then carries his space pod along with Goku to Mount Paozu, and after some searching, Raditz finds Goku's old space pod. Luckily, it doesn't look damaged. It is just covered by some moss and vines. And after Raditz removes them, he places Goku in the space pod and sets coordinates for the planet where Vegeta and Nappa are waiting for them. Goku's pod then flying into space, and before Raditz gets into his own pod, he looks at the forest around him. He considers disregarding Goku's wish and destroying the planet anyway. However, he thinks his nephew could be of use to them in the future, so he decides to leave it for now, and he gets into his space pod and he takes off into space. It takes a year for Goku and Raditz to arrive on the planet where Nappa and Vegeta are located. Goku's body was able to heal from all the injuries it suffered from Raditz, giving Goku a minor Zenkai boost, which actually made Goku's power level near that of Raditz. Goku also talked to Raditz during this time, beginning to understand a bit about his brother and his own heritage. Raditz tells Goku about Bardock and Guinea and their entire race, and how them, Vegeta, and Nappa may be the only surviving Saiyans, which is why they need to stick together. Raditz also admits how he is mistreated by Nappa and Vegeta because of how weak he is, and Goku asks his brother why he never stands up to them. Raditz laughs, saying if only it were that simple. They could kill him in an instant if they wanted to. Goku says that all that means is Raditz needs to get stronger, but Raditz says that a low-class Saiyan like them could never grow stronger than an elite. Goku tells Raditz that isn't true. They will train together, and he will prove to Raditz that anyone can become strong. Where Goku and Raditz aren't talking, Goku does image training in order to make sure his skills don't get rusty. And eventually, Goku and Raditz's pods land. After the pair exit their pods, Goku is inspected by Vegeta and Nappa. And just like Vegeta expected, Goku is just as weak as his brother. What a waste of time. Goku tells Vegeta that he shouldn't underestimate him. He'll regret it if he does. Vegeta laughs, saying that he will demonstrate why low-class scum like him don't talk back to their prince. Goku smiles, getting in his fighting stance. However, before Goku can even blink, Vegeta punches a hole straight through Goku's chest. Goku coughing out blood as he faints, and Vegeta tells Nappa to throw him into a healing pod and get him some proper armor. That destroyed clothing he is wearing isn't befitting of a Saiyan warrior. Nappa obliges, and while Goku is healing, he gets another minor Zenkai, which now makes him slightly stronger than Raditz, and Goku is excited. Raditz wasn't kidding when saying that Vegeta guy is strong, but now here's a gauge of Vegeta's power. He now has a goal for himself to overcome. Sometime later, Frieza's on his ship, sipping on a glass of space wine, and gazing into the abyss of space, when he hears the door to the room he is in open. Frieza turns around, and he sees Zarbon and Dodoria enter the room, then telling his subjects that they better have a good reason for interrupting him. Zarbon says that he believes Frieza will consider this as a good reason. It seems like another Saiyan has popped up, and joined Vegeta's squad. Frieza's eyes widen, Frieza then clenching his fist and shattering the glass in his hand. There wasn't supposed to be any more of those filthy monkeys. He can barely tolerate the three he already has beneath him. Zarbon then says he suspects there is something up. If this new Saiyan was alive this whole time, why weren't they notified about it? And why has he only just now joined their ranks? They may be planning to revolt. Frieza agrees, telling Dodoria to keep a close eye on those monkeys. It may be that sometime in the near future, they will have to put the poor things down. Dodoria nods. Zarbon and Dodoria then exiting the room, and Frieza looks back to the abyss of space, thinking that he's the Emperor of the universe. Everything he sees belongs to him, and he will not be usurped by some filthy monkeys. He already exterminated most of their race. What would be the harm in disposing of a few more? Goku exits his healing pod, putting on the Saiyan armor which was put outside for him, and even though he doesn't like the armor, it is still better than staying in his destroyed gi, so he supposes he'll have to put up with it. Goku then walks over to the other Saiyans, and Nappa uses his scouter to check Goku's power level once again, laughing as he says that the runner's already gotten stronger than Raditz. Raditz looks away, ashamed, but Goku then tells Nappa that he should be careful, because pretty soon, both himself and Raditz will surpass him. Nappa gets irritated, saying that he'll show him, and as he is about to attack Goku, Vegeta puts his arm in the way, telling Nappa that that's enough. He just got out of the healing pod. It would be a waste of time to put him straight back in it. Besides, it wouldn't surprise him if he really does surpass Nappa soon, and if Nappa lets that happen, and outlives his usefulness, then he will kill him. Nappa looks worried, piping down as Vegeta briefs his squad on their next mission, and he tells Goku to follow all of his instructions exactly, unless he wants to end up in the healing pod again. Goku ignores this, looking to Raditz once again, who was slightly smiling after Vegeta put Nappa in his place. And Goku can't help but also smile at seeing his brother happy. And this is where we're going to end off this part. Hopefully you got into the video, and if you did, then make sure to like, comment, and please do subscribe. It's quick and easy to do. With all of that out of the way, if you want to see another part to this series, then get this video to 500 likes, and I hope to see you all in the next video.